EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
That's good.
So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Rams had a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Stafford. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And now a fake on the jet sweep, but instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And nothing doing here. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Byron Young there on the stop. You talk about this Rams defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. They'll get him out of 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defense, defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night?
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back to throw, Purdy. Now they go screen, it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. as they get it to Ayuk outside. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. Purdy now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice shot to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. We'll see Purdy. He's going to shift him around. 2nd and 6. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
Purdy looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, right side. And they're going to score. A fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
Throwing here, Purdy. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Going to be taken in here by McCoy. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nacua as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked us back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
49ers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
57-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll find Ayuk open right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Purdy. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. Now they'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw again on second down. Purdy. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free. It's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw, Stafford. throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Stafford now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called it old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Stafford. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing is Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. Touchdown, fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Rams might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action here. Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Purdy now to throw. His throw incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
At the 33-yard
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 36. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
Time not on their side. They've got one timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10.
Lots of screen pass. That's complete.
Here's second down.
The tackle made at the 37-yard line.
Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Purdy. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Rams 1st first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
That's good.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
34-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this